Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we are in Alliance War number 8 of season 29, and we are up against the Guerreros de Wakanda, the Warriors of Wakanda, RRH 2, and we faced these guys last season and won, and we're hoping to do the same thing. And I got a little different path for today in section 1 that I would normally take, going on past 7. And this has the Kinetic, Transference, and Power Bond. We're going in with Torch. Torch just really loves him some Mr. Sinister. The Incinerates help reverse the healing. I have Max Petrify. I have Max Despair. I'm going to try to get off as many specials, have him throw off as many special ones as he can possibly throw while I still have those Incinerates up. They're going to get reflected back to me, build up Smolder, and build up my temperature as well. I'm not really going to do heavies. I'm not really going to throw any specials. With Kinetic, you know, I'm doing some parries, letting him get some power gain there, but pretty much I can just do a parry, medium, light, medium, and he is throwing a special one, and then I'm gonna block some of the specials. Those are energy attacks, so it can build up even more Smolder, and he is just going down quickly. Okay, here we go. We are gonna throw off a special 3. He's at no power. We are gonna get the Nova Flame on, and then a few more hits, and this Mr. Sinister is down for the count. Mr. Sinister isn't the hardest defender, but yeah, we take care of business. I don't think it's the best placement for him, but we'll take it. Now we have a Longshot, and you know, we've seen a couple of different champs on here, and I've taken some champs with Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's got Vivified, Brute Force, so a lot of power gain, no way to really easily manage the power on the fight. So we're going in with a pre-fight Human Torch, and we're just going to try to get a few combos, medium, light, mediums, a heavier here or there. And you can see after his first special, he was already 50% dead. We're going to block his special ones, make sure that we don't miss it and don't get bled to death. And it's also going to build up Smolder since Longshot's a Mystic. We get to a special 2. And it lights out. Really quick fight, really simple, easy fight. And then we're going to move into section 2. You can see most of section 1 was already cleared. We're already getting into section 2. And I'm going up the left side, which is kind of normally where I'm going. We had an Apocalypse on the EMP, and McLeod 33 took him with Doom. I'm going up against this Vigor Indomitable node 30, against a Shang. I don't think I've ever fought him in Alliance War yet, so it was interesting. And I did a few duels, and I was debating on whether I should use Human Torch or whether I should use Thing. And after a few duels, I just noticed that he can crit through your block, and he can actually do quite a bit of damage. So with Torch kind of not being like the highest block proficiency champ, you know, a little bit squishy, and with the class disadvantage, I decided that Thing was the way to go. And you're gonna see, like, this dude was not throwing a special, really stingy. Trying to get him to back up, trying to get him to throw a special. I do have the ability where I can activate manually protection, but he does throw it, thankfully. We didn't have to like try to eat a special 3, which, you know, could be possible, but sometimes, you know, you activate the protection and then they don't throw it, and then the protection ends and then you just get smashed. I've had that happen to me. It's no fun. But yeah, we're just building up the Furies. We're already right here on like the next special, or the next time I get to 20 rock stacks, I'll have the max 60 Furies. Right now I have 59, and you know, once Thing is ramped up, he actually hits pretty decently hard. Even with the class disadvantage, I'm not worried about the regen. You know, he does regen a few times, but from here on out, I'm pretty certain he doesn't regen anymore, and he plays pretty well as far as throwing his specials. And taking down 25% increments from the Vigor node is not a problem at all. Do we get it through there? Yeah, just barely push them under the 25% mark. And I think on this next one, we go with this big special too. Doesn't quite do it, and we only had 15 rock stacks, not 20, so we didn't get the stun. But yeah, we get him. Shang-Chi goes down. Not the most ideal matchup, but Thing is my counter. RBG's counter a lot of the times for the buffet nodes. So because Thing is immune to nullify, yeah, he's just really great for the buffet nodes. And we got this Sentinel. I'm gonna try to do a lot of medium, light, mediums, trying to mix up my combos to where I avoid building up the analysis, because that's gonna really hamper the damage. So yeah, so far so good. Almost 20% down, 30 seconds in, 20 analysis. We're doing all right. We're wanting to bait this guy's special 1 as much as possible. I am armor break immune, so the only thing that he can really do on that is put on a heal block. No big deal. Definitely do want to avoid getting hit by the special 2. I can dex either fine, but you know, if you mess up, you miss your spacing, you're too slow or whatever, those incinerates can do some crazy damage. But I know I am going to end up pushing him over to the special 2 once or twice, I think, in this fight. But you can see a little over 1 minute in, 50% down. We're almost to max furies. We're at 50. 2 more parries basically will pretty much 2 or 3 more parries will do the trick. Now we're at 51, and we're just still alternating the combos. But here I'm gonna get pretty close to full analysis, and that's where I just switch and just go full ham, just trying to do as much damage with full combos as possible. We hit him with the special 2, get some decent damage. He's at 18%, and I tried to dash in there and it just didn't work, and I whiffed a couple attacks. He goes full analysis, no problem. We're gonna hit him with a special 1, get an incinerate on him. He's a robot, so he can't have willpower healing. And yeah, we take him out. So actually he didn't throw any special 2, so he was actually pretty cooperative with the specials. And then last up for me in my role with this war as far as fights go, we're on node 46, Buffet, Chitinous, Thorns, Outlast, and Strike Counter Combat Power Rain. Now I have been throwing a regen boost on. There's been so many great boosts. I'm trying to use them before I lose them. And yeah, we're using that. Wasn't too worried about this fight. Now I've done this fight a number of times against Moleman with Thing. It is a class disadvantage fight, but again, Thing is Buffet immune because of his immunity to nullify. And Buffet nullifies a buff and consumes that and puts it into a regen, so I don't have to worry about his healing. The only thing I do have to worry about is the shrugging of my stuns. So he has 4 monster mass, so the next debuff that he gets, he's going to be at 5 or more, and so that's when his shrugging time gets cut down quite significantly. You just see I'm just holding block, waiting for him to hit into me and throw a heavy, and that's going to give me an opening, and I'm just going to do that over and over and over again. Now you can see I haven't built up very many furies because I threw a special before I had the 15 or more rock stacks, and now I have the suppression on. I wasn't able to really manage my combo. So I'm never going to get back to another special. So anything that I build up as far as furies is going to be, you know, manual, 15 going into 20, converting that, or getting like double parries off or whatever. So this is a little bit slower than normal, because normally we'll have a white magneto pre-fight on this and I can parry all day and I can build up my smolders. I can manage the strike counter a lot more effectively because I can get in heavies easily, get in whatever medium or light combination that I need. But yeah, we're fine. If we can get him into Frenzy, which I think he goes into Frenzy when he gets to 20 at the end of this fight, and it's kind of like the fight was just about over, but you know, it doesn't matter too much. We do get this guy down, but I know towards the end he does not throw a special. I think it's on this next special. It's going to be a special 2, and he kind of corners me. We do end up getting hit by part of it because it's unblockable, and but it triggers protection. It does do a chunk of damage, but we just need to get through this fight with the full attack bonus. We've already gone 3 minutes, 123 hits. While he's under Frenzy, he can't shrug off the debuffs, but every time I parry him, he's getting some willpower healing, and here we go. And I tried to block, or not block that, tried to evade that. It was a little bit early. We did trigger protection, and now we're just trying to finish off this fight. We're under 50%. We have triggered the Courage Mastery, which I have 2 out of 3, so I get a little extra attack, and you know, we finish him off with a long fight. And that was my assignment. The last thing I did, actually I did have Mr. Fantastic on the team. It wasn't just for like synergies with Torch and Thing, which is nice to have, but it was to put pre-fights on the boss. We're putting Petrify, Debuff Siphoner, and Suppression. And you think, oh, I got Torch, I'm gonna torch this Mojo boss. No, not today. So one of my battle group mates, Jgoody2099, who, this dude is a monster. He ranked 3'd this guy. He's like, I want to try this guy out on the boss. He's supposed to be good. I think he saw a video from Karate Mike, who was a great player in for Loki, and he did a Mojo boss solo. He's like, I can do it. Give me the shot, guys. Don't use Torch. And we're like, all right. So he puts on Suicides, which he normally is not running for Alliance War or anything like that. He usually doesn't have Suicides on, but with True Strike active on the boss node, Spider-Man 2099 takes like 75% less damage, and that's with getting hit into the block, Suicides, and I mean, you're gonna see him pretty much end with full health. And he's got the spacing down. You know, he did a lot of practicing to get the spacing down on the L1 to counter it with a heavy, and he's gonna get those exhaustions on him, trying to get as many debuffs on as possible. He took a little combo to the face there. He's still at 90% health. And check out the willpower. 35 poison damage with 80 willpower healing. He's healing from the Suicides, only because of the True Strike node being on here. But that is super awesome. The recoil, instead of taking like 5% per special, it's only taking 1%. So yeah, and look at the damage on the special too. If he had some more debuffs on, he would have done even more damage. He's just gonna block and then dex out of some of that special too. Spider-Man 2099 doesn't generate buffs, so you don't have to worry about the degen damage unless you get hit by a special 2. And yeah, he's not going to get any buffs. He can't get the hater buff, he can't trigger dex buff, so he can dance around, bait the special ones, and yeah, he gets a great solo. And now Jgoody, this is the guy that had surgery at the beginning of the season to try to take out some tumors out of his spine. He has recovered. We've been calling him the 6-star Wolverine because, man, he's had like a miraculous recovery, and he's just doing great, and we were so happy for him. He gets his first boss solo in our battle group since we've joined, and yeah, we end up winning this war pretty handily, 8-23. Seems like they kind of gave up towards the end because we did pretty well. I mean, 8 deaths is not bad. We can do better than that. But yeah, we had a good war. We're back to 500, won a couple in a row. This was another tier 2 win, but this is going to push us out of tier 2. We kind of get some points because you can see we started at rank number 17 in Platinum 1, and we ended still in the same spot. So we didn't gain anything, we didn't lose any ground, but we need to gain, we need to go up. As far as my stats, 5 fights, 5 kills, no deaths. On the season, I'm at 47 fights, 46 kills, and the 1 death. So good job to RRH2. Yeah, so now we're back in tier 1, getting the big points. We need to make the most out of the last 4 wars of this season. We need to win them all, and we have a slight chance. Looking at the leaderboard, we have a slight chance to possibly maybe hit Masters. I don't know. It'll be super close, but those tier 2 points really killed us. So I don't know. Thanks for watching, fellas. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.